welcome to my second video. Today we're going to be doing the classic, the ever-loving reading Reddit stories. I know most people usually have a theme, but I don't do that. The theme was the title looked interesting. If my voice sounds weird, I've been suffering from allergies for like 12 days now. I don't know what's going on. Okay, this first post was posted 5 hours ago, so it's fresh. Am I the asshole for humiliating my friend for hitting on my cousin? Okay, I, male 25, have been with my fiance Sophia, female 24, since we were 20. So, like about 5 years? Yeah. She's Ukrainian, and a few years back she got really close to my younger second cousin, Alina, female 18. Alina's mixed Russian-American, and when they met at Thanksgiving, they clicked. They like cooking together, speaking the same language, and going to church sometimes. After Alina's mom passed away, she's been spending a lot more time with us. Her Russian side of the family doesn't live anywhere nearby, and there's not a big Slavic community where we live. Okay. So, here's the situation. Last weekend, Sophia and Alina, I hope I'm saying that right, probably not, drove out to this little bakery a couple hours away for some Borodinsky bread. While they were gone, I had some of my friends over to watch the game. When the girls came back, I introduced Alina to everyone, making a point to say she's my younger cousin. She said hi, all normal. Then the storm outside picks up and we lose the sports channel. We all sat down for dinner, and one of my friends, Matt, 27, makes this creepy comment directed at Alina, something along the lines of, "Forget the game. I could just watch her walk around all night." That's just weird to say to someone you, no matter what the age is, that's weird to say to someone you just met. Okay, anyways. The whole table just went silent. Alina froze. She looked so uncomfortable and awkward. And like a minute ago, she was talking about being in college. I said, "What the F did you just say? That's disgusting. She's 18. He said something like, "That's legal. Why are you so worked up?" I told him point blank, "You're not welcome in my home anymore. Get out." I may have also muttered something about him being a creep, but honestly at that point I didn't care. I did also stand up and wait for him to leave. Anyways, he left. The vibe recovered quickly. Everyone had a great time. A bit later, Matt puts on the chat that I publicly humiliated him for no reason, and that I was an awful friend who used this as an excuse to kick him out. He says I could have just said Alina's 18. I don't really think I overreacted. Alina looks super uncomfortable. She lost her mom recently and has been relying on us a lot. The last thing I want is her associating my house with some creepy older guy trying to hit on her. Sophia told me straight up I did the right thing, and that if we hadn't kicked him out, the message to Alina would have been that it's okay for men to make her uncomfortable. Matt also said that I was being overprotective, and that plenty of guys have hit on her before. DBF, I didn't like that guy that much even before, and he's a part of my group, so I did have to invite them. I would have rather not. Okay, so he doesn't like the guy anyway, but he's friends with his friend group or something? Okay. Am I the asshole? AITA? I can see how saying all that was a bit embarrassing for him. Unnecessarily so. Also, if another of my friends had said it, I may have been a bit less harsh. I don't know. Okay, so I say not the asshole, because Matt was being a little weirdo creep to, mind you, Alina is 18, so she's freshly an adult, and this man is how old? 27, I think? So, like, what the hell does an 18-year-old and a 27-year-old have in common? Literally nothing. Like, why are you hitting on a child? Essentially a child. That's freshly an adult. Okay, let's look at the comments. Not the asshole. Even if Alina was older, it's an inappropriate comment about your family member. Exactly. You all were not in a bar. You were in a family home. He's a creep, and you made the right decision to kick him out. Alina is 18, and being protective of her is the right thing to do. Matt doesn't always get to decide the appropriate level of protectiveness you have for your cousin. Your care for her warms my heart. Yes, I agree. Like, Matt overstepped, and that's OP's house. You just don't. And his family member, like, yikes. Not the asshole. Standing up for your cousin was the right move. That comment was creepy and out of line. Age aside, you don't talk about someone like that in their family's home. Matt's the one who embarrassed himself. Exactly what I said. Not the asshole. His remark was creepy and sexist regardless of how old the woman was. I imagine he thought his remark should have been taken as a compliment, but he's basically telling your cousin that her body/appearance is there for his entertainment. When he called him out of it, he doubled down with that's legal, which is also all kinds of gross. I agree with your girlfriend that if you had let him stay or laughed it off, it would have sent a message to your cousin that his behavior was acceptable. Good for you for standing up for your cousin and being protective. So, it seems like everyone agrees that OP is not the asshole, and Matt is a creepy asshole. Okay? Next story. Okay, this next story was posted 16 hours ago. It's titled, AITA for wanting to be a princess too. Okay. I, 18F, 18 female, was invited to go to a Renaissance fair with a couple of friends. It would be me and 2 other couples. Before asking me, they made sure I wouldn't mind being the 5th wheel, which I don't. A few days after the couple that invited me, 18F and 18 female and 18 male, asked what I was thinking for my costume. I replied that I wanted to be a princess with the hennin. What are up with all these big words? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna look several of these words up. My friend replied that she was going to be the same thing, wearing a green dress. I said that I also wanted to be wearing green, but would settle for blue since she had already decided. But they were both pretty against me being a princess, even if wearing a different color. The reason being that because it was couple's costume for them, knight and princess, it would be weird if also a princess, it would be weird if I was also a princess. They also added that people wouldn't be able to tell who was the couple between us. I feel like it's not that serious. We suggested other costumes. I suggested being her lady-in-waiting, but she was also very against that, and they suggested I be a court jester or a wizard. But I would really like to wear a dress something girly. By the end of the conversation, it seemed like everyone was getting a little frustrated, and my friend told me I could wear whatever I want, and that it was my choice. But I'm not sure if she would still prefer me not to be a princess / be upset by me doing so. So would I be the asshole if I wore a distinct princess costume as well? I mean, there's gonna be other people at the Renaissance Fair dressed up as princesses. So is the friend gonna get mad at everyone who dresses up as a princess? I mean, OP could literally go be doing their own thing at the Renaissance Fair and the couple be going there. They're just coming together. I'm assuming in the same car. But that doesn't mean that OP has to follow them around everywhere. And no one's gonna notice that they came together. So, and if she's changing the color of the dress, I mean, I wouldn't say she's the asshole. Because there's gonna be, like, princess, I'm pretty sure is, like, a common costume to wear at Renaissance Fair. I've never been to one. I kind of want to go to one now. They seem fun. But, I mean, I don't think it really isn't a big deal. There's gonna be other princesses there, too. Let's see the comments. Not the asshole. Arguing who gets to play the princess shouldn't be a thing after the age of 6. Yeah. Kind of telling that she seems insecure who's going to be perceived as being with her boyfriend or not. Does she usually have jealous behaviors with you? And I don't think OP replied to that one, but it does seem like the friend is a little jealous of OP. Or a lot jealous, I don't know. Not the asshole. It's a Renaissance fair. It's going to be full of knights, princesses, wizards, jesters. Your friend's objections to your dress are as laughable as they are ridiculous. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a Renaissance fair. There's gonna be so many princesses, so many knights. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Okay, so consensus, not the asshole. Okay, this next story was posted 10 hours ago. It's titled, "Would I be the asshole if I hid my girlfriend's contact lenses again?" I'm gonna say yes, but we'll see. I, 24 male, live with my girlfriend, Lena, 23 female. She's doing her master's right now, which means she has classes most mornings, early afternoons, usually 8 to 1 or 2. Okay, so 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. And then she works from home most evenings, like 5 to 9. I also work from home full time, so I see her morning routine every day. The thing is, her eyes are constantly suffering. She wears contacts to class, and by the time she comes home, they made her eyes super red and irritated. Then when she switches to her glasses, they calm down. Okay, so I guess maybe she's allergic to the contacts? Is that possible? Can you be allergic to contacts? You can be allergic to anything, I guess. Then when she switches to her glasses, they calm down. But the second she has a video call in the evening, she takes the glasses off because she feels self-conscious in them. Me. Within half an hour, her eyes are itchy and irritated again, and sometimes she ends up with migraines from looking at the screen without glasses. She also gets allergies a lot, so she wakes up with watery eyes. Damn, her eyes do not like her. She insists on it because she doesn't like how she looks in glasses. She refuses to leave the house with her glasses on. For the record, she's gorgeous, glasses or not. She's the prettiest girl. I don't think she realizes how bad it is. Like, she thinks itchy eyes are normal. I'm honestly worried she'll scratch a cornea. She has eye drops that help, but normally I have to really bully her into using them because they leave a really bad taste in her mouth. Huh? Eye drops? They leave a bad... Is she drinking the eye drops? Okay, anyways. On Friday, her eyes were already itchy. I didn't have any evening calls, so they settled down. That night, we had dinner plans. And while she was rushing to get ready, her eyes were itchy from the eyeliner she uses. And I knew the second she put her contacts in, it would get worse. So I hid them. She grabbed her glasses before we left, but didn't really put them on while we were out. Apart from to read the menu. I know it was sneaky, but I swear it was in her best interest. Her eyes need a break, and I feel like if I don't intervene, she'll just keep hurting herself. Would I be the asshole if I did this again? Like, not every week, but like on occasion, when her eyes are really bad. I'm not really sure what else I can do to help her. Okay, first off, before you hide the contacts, take her to an eye doctor. Because there might be, if everything, eyeliner, contacts, like bad allergies, like I feel like there might be something more going on, like health related with her eyes. So maybe take her to the eye doctor. Maybe she needs a different, like, new glasses. Maybe, like, a different frame. Okay, let's do the comments. You're the asshole. This is controlling and massively overstepping. How to correct her vision is her medical decision to make, not yours. I do agree. Like, you don't hide stuff from your partner. Even if it's in good intentions, it's weird. You're the asshole. She's an adult. You're being controlling and claiming it's in her best interest. You can express concern, but to hiding them, it's absolutely not okay. Yeah. I think, like, she needs to get to an eye doctor. That's not really his decision. But the general consensus is asshole, and a lot of people say that he is very controlling. Next story. Okay. This one was posted 10 days ago. It's titled, Am I the asshole for planning international travel without my children? So, here's the reality. I have 2 kids. They are now 14 and 16. I've had 50-50 since I got divorced up until a few months ago. 4 years ago, my ex-wife got remarried and her husband advised her to start custody dispute. I spent $165,000, basically my life savings, fighting for 4 years. For the record, my ex-wife's father is wealthy and paid all her legal fees. This comes to play later. The older child told the court-appointed therapist, I want to live with mom and only see dad every other weekend. The younger one just said they wanted to do 50-50. The younger one then changed their mind and said, oh, maybe 70-30 with mom. I just want court stuff to be over. I went to trial. My attorney fought like hell, but the judge said, given children's age, their preference will take precedence and we won't split them up, but as it breaks their sibling bond. Well, my wife and I have been planning some travel with some of her friends, her sister and their husbands. It includes 9 days in Spain and France. They picked the dates. We got tickets. The kids found out about it and have been asking me, we want to go, why can't we go? I told my children, this is something we planned, we saved for. They asked if it was an adults-only trip. I told them it was not, and their 15-year-old cousin was coming. They said it was not fair we couldn't take them as they knew we could afford it, and that it would be their only chance to travel internationally. I told them, you are young adults now. You choose to spend the majority of your time with your mother, and you got what you wanted, but choices have consequences. One of them is that you don't get to join me on things like this. They're both very upset. My younger one said, you're just mad we have more fun at mom's house. I'm afraid I'm being an asshole here. I'm happy to be wrong, but my gut is telling me what I'm doing is fair. So I'm saying that there is a reason that they would rather be with their mom, because OP sounds like he sucks. And it's not even an adults only trip. Like, their 15-year-old cousin is coming, so why can't his kids come? Like, that's just weird. But yikes. This is definitely asshole behavior. You're the asshole. You made it their choice. You made it about their choice rather than their unavailability. You could have simply said, your mother has court-ordered custody over you during the days of the trip. I can't change that. Instead, you went the blame route. That is petty and assholish. Don't blame your children for the difficult position you and your ex-wife placed them in. They didn't choose the breakdown of their parents' relationship. Exactly. I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of times with, maybe not a lot, because, like, I don't have experience, but it seems that, like, with divorce, it's like the kids definitely suffer the most. I think that's why some couples, even if their marriage is literally on the edge of a cliff, they don't divorce because it's just complicated with children. Okay, this one's long. Let's see. This is from OP. I'm glad this comment rose to the top. I'm not reading all that. Okay, this is a reply. I don't know if you'll see this, but this situation will have consequences you're not foreseeing. Please read to the end because I do have concrete suggestions on how to fix this at the end that will cost you nothing. 1. Your children will never forget that you could have taken them but chose not to. They are teens. This will irreversibly crack your relationship with them. 2. You have the chance to make incredible memories with them. Their first trip overseas involved not their wealthy, vindictive grandpa, but their loving father. That's big stuff. You said you learned. I don't know if that meant you've not changed your mind, but you are no longer blaming them for their decisions. Come on, man. The kids just wanted court to be done. They spent 1/10 of their childhood being dragged into a courtroom to be questioned. They just said whatever they had to in order to make that stop. Make no mistake, you should not have this trip without them. After saying what you said, the trip cannot be seen as anything other than what it is, a punishment for your kids. You planned it knowing you were giving up 3 days with them, so you absolutely could have asked them in those planning stages and chose not to. Anyone can see that. I see elsewhere in your posts that you're not worried about them cutting contact because they expect you to pay for their college, which I noticed you did not say you would do. What about after college? When they get married? When they have your grandkids? Are you planning to pay for everything so they'll... Oh my god, I'm like losing my voice. I've never talked this much before. What about their college? When they get married? When they have your grandkids? Are you planning to pay for everything so that they'll spend time with you? Because that isn't a relationship. And I guarantee that if you continued the attitude you've had in your comments so far... Okay, so I guess I'm assuming OP's been arguing with people. Comments so far, that will be the only reason they will ever have to see you. And that's not because they're greedy damn kids. It's because you have nothing else to offer them. You haven't put in the time to build a strong, lasting relationship, keeping promises, doing things together, sharing in your interests. Do you know why your kids want so much screen time? Do you know what games they play online? You can join them in that. Play it with them. Ask them to show you what they've accomplished in the game. Do you watch content creators on TikTok or Twitch? Watch the same creators? Become a fan? Have conversations about why they're interesting? Ask them to show you their favorite funny videos? Get involved while they are still young enough. But take time on this trip or else don't go. Your relationship will not recover from this. Yes, exactly. Like, this OP is literally ruining his relationship with his kids over what? A divorce that these kids have nothing to do with? It seems like... I wonder how the relationship was before. Like, was he even active in their lives? Or was he there but, like, not present, you know? Ugh. And these kids are 14 and 16, so they're old enough to understand. Like, they're high school kids. They're not, I mean, I wouldn't say they're like 14 is still young and 16 is still young, but still, it's old enough to know that your dad doesn't want you around. Which is what it's seeming like. It seems like he doesn't want these kids in his life as much. But that is all the stories I have today. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe I'll do this again. This was fun when my voice isn't absolutely dying. But yeah, I will see you next time. Maybe, if you stick around. Bye bye.